Hello once again. Today's session is about something we're all busy with at the moment. I'm going to talk about mental well-being in times of Corona. Corona being the reason why I haven't actually had the time for a video in quite a while. It's changed everybody's lives as far as I can see, dramatically and drastically. Not being able to go where we want to go, working from home if we're lucky enough to have jobs still, living in a confined space. Corona has affected our private as well professional lives in a way we would never have thought possible just a few weeks ago. Our systems are therefore in constant alarm, not knowing what to expect or what's going to come next, and some of us are unable to relax. A client of mine phrased it this way: every morning I wake up and I hope I'm back in the real world, but instead every morning I find myself in this strange movie I never wanted to be a part of. It is this feeling of powerlessness, of completely losing control over our lives, which in my opinion is the biggest challenge for our mental well-being. So today I would like to pass on some ideas for your emotional crisis management, fully well knowing that not all ideas will be right for everyone. Do pick whatever is helpful for you and leave what is not. Let's take a quick look at the most challenging emotions at the moment. Being confined in a small space with others, even if we love them, can create friction. Conflicts we were able to avoid before can become very present, and we can start to be frustrated or even angry. Also, if our jobs are at risk, we may be in a constant state of uncertainty and fear. So, how can we deal with those emotions? My first suggestion would be to make sure you have me time every day. Even if you are living on a small space together, try and find a room where, in turns if necessary, you can take the time to be just with yourself so that you can relax without any sort of obligations. It is absolutely not necessary for children to have both parents around them 24/7. And even if you're a single parent, it should hopefully be possible for you to have 5 to 10 minutes every day to yourself when the children are asleep, for instance. Also, earplugs may be very helpful. You can listen to the series you love, or you can listen to music which helps you relax. Of course, some of us live on our own, and this can result in a different type of stress at the moment, a lack of communication. So make sure that you make good use of all of the communication possibilities we fortunately do have today, be it WhatsApp, video communication, Skype, Zoom, and the likes. And have fun with them. So make appointments with people you like, you enjoy being with. I've heard of people sort of having appointments for dinner on Zoom or having appointments just to discuss the events of the day. Find out what helps you best in coping with stress. There are tons of ideas for relaxation on the web to play around with and to find out what you really, again, enjoy. Is it yoga? Is it mindfulness? Is it meditation? Relaxation techniques? Give them a go and see what you find out to be suitable to reduce your level of stress. Of course, your body also needs to get rid of the extra tension. So be sure to create a daily routine which gives you a chance for a workout. It doesn't have to be a major workout. What I would actually not recommend doing is spending too much time on the web reading about the latest news on Corona. This will unavoidably increase your level of stress. So choose media you trust, look at those once or twice a day, and then switch them off again. Next, this is also a great time to reflect on your conflict coping strategies. Most of us grew up learning whatever strategies the people around us used. Some of them can be very helpful, of course, but others not. So make sure you take a look at what is helpful and what you may want to change. Are you a person, for instance, who has learned that aggression will get you the results you need? Well, you might end up hurting people you love around you deeply. Or on the other end, are you a person who always comes last, who never says something, even if it's become quite frustrating? Then you might want to read up on Marshall Rosenberg, for instance, and nonviolent communication if you're afraid of creating conflicts by saying something. So what to do with our fears? Well, the way out of fear is actually facing it head on rather than shying away from it. If your job is at stake, of course fears come up. So this might be a good time to prepare your job application, to take a look, start thinking about what possible other skills you have acquired in the course of your life. Think of your network and start to communicate with people who might be able to be of help to you. If you are incurring money problems, again, start thinking on where you can save cost. Start thinking about who can help you over a period of time. Start thinking about what other sources of income you might want to generate at this point. It's not a pleasant thing to do, I know, but shying away from things you do not want to look at in the long run will not really be of help. So in small steps every day, try and cope with the challenges ahead. So developing an action plan for your daily routine as well as your future is what can help you get rid of this feeling of being stuck and powerless. The changes we're all undergoing at the moment certainly challenge our flexibility and our ability to embrace and try something new. Again, this does not come naturally to everybody, and to a large extent depends on how we grew up and how we perceive change in general. The familiar is quite often something we hang on to if we can at all, because it seems less dangerous than the new. But what can get us out of this mode is looking at the chances we might also encounter if we do things differently from the way we're used to doing them. Change, especially change we did not ask for, can help us in learning and growing for the better. Today's song is called Dawn of a New Age. It reflects my personal belief that we are at a point where the old and the new are in conflict. I read the other day that astrologers actually saw or foresaw to a certain extent that we will have a very special constellation for 2020, a constellation which entails a lot of change, but it does not mean that everything's going to break down. Instead, it means that for a while we're going to be stuck, by the looks of it, more or less for the whole year. And then new things will come to be, which is actually for our own good. So at this point, we're all in the middle of a chaos with the old disappearing and the new not really visible yet. Having said that, it is also a time to reflect, to learn to be patient, to stay calm, and to gain new knowledge and strength. So let me close by wishing you all the best in mastering your personal, but also the overall global challenges, and in embracing the chances that lie ahead. Bye for now, and all. It's so unreal, oh so unreal now, so strange, so different. How did this come to be? Please tell us how. Can't understand what happened. Birds still chirp, skies look the same, green still green, and blue is still blue. But life has changed, a complete new game, with one solid truth no longer true. Through a storm too big to fathom, full of fears, reaching out for hope, left to a fate of risk and random, searching for a strong and sturdy road. It's the dawn of a new age, time to let go of the old. Though you may be locked in a dark cage, human warmth can brave the cold. Yes, the dawn of a new age, calling for change, courage and wisdom. A new book, starting on a new page. The cry of the eagle, sweet promise of freedom. We've lost our compass, lost our way, don't know whether and where to go. Stuck where we are, day after day, feeling sad and sometimes feeling low, like grass torn out by the winds, with no sense of direction. Forlorn as dark fate grins, looking for shelter, for protection. But if we raise